time, we got some surprise questions we should answer today.
All right.
How about Tina's question, Alabama?
I have an expansive collection that I've outgrown and no longer enjoy. Is it worth trying to sell it, even if I don't think anyone else would want it?
So we were dealing with Danny's bobblehead earlier on this private episode here.
This is really where I'm going to appreciate the live callers, because we can ask for more information.
Yeah.
It's like, what is it a collection of? Is it a collection of bobbleheads?
Right.
Is it a collection of bottle caps?
Right.
Like, yeah.
I want to understand your collection. I want to understand the motivations behind that collection.
Mm-hmm.
I also want to understand, is it clutter? Now, what is clutter? Clutter means something is getting in the way.
Right.
So something that is clutter for Ryan might not be clutter for me, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if he owned all of my underwear, which are size medium, they'd be clutter for him because they would just be really snug.
That's right. Super snug.
Yeah. And so what I realized is like, yes, if I just handed him all of my underwear, it would totally be clutter. But for me, I have the appropriate amount of underwear for my life. And so I want you to understand your collection. You say it's an expansive collection. If you're asking the question, one of two things is happening. Either it's bothering you enough to ask the question, which is more likely than not, or two, other people are bothering you and telling you you shouldn't have a collection like that, and it's making you think that you shouldn't. Well, there are no shoulds. And so hold on to the collection if you want. If you feel like it's adding value to your life, if you're doing it intentionally, wonderful. Why would you get rid of something that is adding value to your life?
Right.
But if it has become clutter, it may have not been clutter a year ago, 2 years ago, 10 years ago, but if it is clutter today, that is a sign to start to let go. I don't mean let go of the whole thing, trash the whole thing, although that's one way you can handle it. But maybe simply culling the collection, having a funeral for the things that are no longer serving you might actually enable you to enjoy pieces of that collection much, much more.
Yeah, absolutely. I just want to give props to Tina for like just recognizing and admitting. I mean, she's like, I have an expansive collection that I've outgrown and no longer enjoy. So like just being able to see that with your collection that you obviously have put time and effort into.
Yeah.
Like that's a pretty big step. So it sounds like she's asking like how to let go of this. And what I'll say is whatever collection it is, there's probably someone out there who will at least take it off your hands for free.
Yes.
And I'm willing to, there's probably someone who would pay a little bit of money for it. So you may not think that there's someone out there, but I guarantee you there's someone. I mean, on Craigslist, we had like, we moved in Montana. We had some boxes from usedcardboardboxes.com. We were done with them. I'm like, I'm not going to hoard these boxes. So then I was like, put them on Craigslist. Like, anybody need cardboard boxes? They were gone in like an hour.
Immediately, yeah.
Immediately, yeah. And I was like, in my mind, I'm like, man, I don't know who's going to just take a bunch of cardboard boxes, but it's like someone else who wants to move. Or in Tina's case, someone else who is interested in the same thing she used to be interested in.
Yeah.
Did you enjoy this standalone Patreon highlight? If so, you can listen to full episodes of the Minimalists private podcast available exclusively on Patreon. Visit patreon.com/theminimalists or click the link in the description. Your support keeps our podcast and YouTube channel 100% advertisement free.